it's Christina from Gulf Coast Sourdough. I'm here with my two lovely helpers. I got Catherine and I've got Julia. And this morning, Brett and Julia and Catherine mixed up their dough that we're going to bake for dinner tonight. And right now we're going to show you a very simple shape for baking your bread. So Catherine is taking a peek at her dough. So we are going to all look at our dough and see how it has risen over the day. So we just covered it. We just covered it with a towel loosely. And you can see that there are some nice bubbles in here. It's a little springy, still a little sticky. And you can see it kind of has like a dome shape to it. So that means that the dough has risen throughout the day, which is good. It's exactly what you want. And we are going to get started on shaping it. So I'm just going to move our towels over here. And
mine is on the floor.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, you know, throw it over there. Thank you.
Yay!
So we are just going to put our dough into a loaf pan tonight. Sometimes we do this. We also bake in Dutch ovens. Right now we just kind of want to do a very simple loaf. Almost everybody has a loaf pan at their house, so that's what we're going to bake ours in. I have this one because the dough that we mixed for the bread that Brett did was a larger amount than the dough that the girls mixed, so we have these little pans for the girls.
Oh, this isn't sticky at all.
All right, cool. And so right now it's 4:23, so we want our bread ready in about 2 hours. So that's the timing that you want to look for.
It's 4:22.
Okay, thank you. So that's the timing that you want to look for, about 2 hours before you want to be able to serve your bread. That's when you want to do this shaping process. So we've got our dough. I've got my loaf pan. I'm just going to spray it really quickly with some canola oil since there's no oil or fats in this dough. And we don't want it sticking to the side. So just a light covering, and then we'll put them up here for right now. And we'll do yours. Thank you. There's Julia's, and here is Catherine's. Okay, and put
Smells like eggnog.
Does it? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. And so now I'm going to spread out a bunch of flour on our surface. So we're just getting flour everywhere. I'm going to put some flour underneath your bowl, Catherine, and underneath your bowl, Jules. And then we're going to flip our dough out onto our floured surface. So I'm just kind of, So I'm just kind of, yeah, go ahead. So I'm just kind of pulling the dough and putting it right onto
Wow, this feels weird.
the countertop.
Whoa.
It came out a little sticky. Came out a little wet.
Oh, yeah. Say that again.
Okay, you can just put it on the countertop.
I can't.
Put it on the flour. Alright, and I'll help you, Catherine.
Yeah,
Let me
okay.
get yours out. We're going to put it here on this flour for you.
I'm going to wait until it oozes off my hand.
Okay, cool. Jules, do you want me to help you get the rest of yours out?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just getting the rest of the dough out of the bowls.
Who cares about this?
Who cares about that? You like having messy hands?
Yeah.
Not too bad. All right, so we're putting our bowls aside. And I'm just gonna try to tighten it up a little bit. You just kind of want to
I'm going to try and get some flour on.
Yeah, get it a little looser to work with. And so, see, look at those bubbles. That looks really good. See those bubbles? Those are those gluten bubbles that Brett was talking about this morning. So you want to pat it into a roughly rectangular shape. And what you're going to do, this is very simple. You're going to fold from the sides. You're going to take one side and fold it towards the middle. And you're going to take the other side and fold it towards the middle too so that it touches. You don't want it to overlap very much, but you want it to touch so that you are sure that you have pretty even distribution throughout the whole thing. Then you're just going to roll it, pulling up from underneath until you got a loaf.
I need help getting this off of my hand.
Okay, here, get some flour, and you can rub your hands together with flour, and that'll help you rub off your hand. Then you take your loaf pan.
I need help getting this off.
Here, get some flour for yours too, okay? And then you're just gonna plop that dough right there in your loaf pan. Try to stretch it out just a little bit to make sure that it's roughly even. And now we're going to let it proof. So this is the proofing process after your dough has risen throughout the day, and now we've shaped it. And so now we're going to let it proof for a little bit until it's ready to go in the oven. So we are going to go live at that point too. This is just a very quick thing. Going to cover it back up with that towel, and then we'll see you in a little bit for the putting it into the oven excitement. Thank you.